My home county, and Ballyshannon is my hometown. I always think of it as home. Obviously Ballyshannon is the place I have the biggest connection with because I grew up here. But I spent a few years as well in Pettigo, near the border. And my father's side of the family are from Carrick, and my mother's side of the family are from between Glenties and Donegal. So a big connection with Glenties. I've always had a soft spot for Glenties. And over the years I've spent a lot of time up in Gweedore. I have a lot of friends up there, and another festival, the Frankie Kennedy Winter School, is there over the new year. And again, it's one of the gems of Ireland. If somebody was asking me about Donegal, I would say come here, because people who live here are happy in their own skins. It's not as tourist orientated as a lot of other places in Ireland are. People get on about their business. They won't, they're not after your money all the time, but they welcome you here. They'll be very happy if you spent your money here. But it's not about that here. It's about just being happy in your own skin and being so welcoming. It is the truth. It's the county I'm from, and it's my favourite place in Ireland, really. So here we are in the centre of the town by the statue of our great hero Rory Gallagher, who was born just across the river there. And the reason we're here is it's part of the Gathering, which is a nationwide event where communities all over the country are getting together to welcome the people from the place who've left home. And our great poet, William Mallingham, who worked just across the road in the bank there, said it all really. And he talks about having to leave the place and maybe one day coming back. If ever I'm a moneyed man, I mean, please God, to cast my golden anchor in the place where useful years were past. Though heads that now are black and brown must meanwhile gather grey, new faces rise by every hearth and old ones drop away. Yet dearer still, this Irish hill than all the world besides. It's home, sweet home, where'er I roam through lands and waters wide. And if the Lord allows me, I surely will return to my native Ballyshannon and the winding banks of Erne. So here we are on the main street in Pettigo, the town I spent the first 5 years of my life. My father was a customs man here, and the border runs literally behind those houses is the north. There's a river behind the house, and the other side of the river is the north. We lived in that house there, and we used to hang out in Mrs. Egan's kitchen, the Egan family who owned that pub up there, the Pettigo Inn now. And if you want to know who Donegal's biggest fan is, well, the answer to that is Pettigo. Look at that building over there. There's a tradition of the team on their way to Crow Park and on their way back. This is usually their first and last port of call, and the locals used to drop lotto tickets into the lads in the thing, so I think it was much appreciated. Donegal's biggest fan, Pettigo. So here we are on Rossnowlagh beach. This place was a big part of my growing up. Myself and my brothers and our other friends used to come out, cycle out here every day during the summer, and we'd spend hours here on the beach playing football, going for the dip in the water, getting the odd ice cream. Mr. Whippy's van used to drive along here. And William Mallingham talks about the coast, this sort of view, in his poem. Farewell to you Kildoney boys, and Kildoney's just over there. Farewell to you Kildoney boys and them that pull an oar, a lug sail set or haul a net from the point to Mullamore. Point is over there, Mullamore is over there. From Killybegs to Bull Sleeve League, that ocean mountain steep, 600 yards in air aloft, 600 in the deep. From Durin to the Ferry Bridge and round by Tullen Strand, level and long and white with waves, where gull and curlew stand. Head out to sea when on your lee the breakers you discern. Adieu to all the billowy coast and the winding banks of Erne. What a magnificent place this is. I think it's my favourite place in the whole world. It's like every time I come home, nearly always the first thing I do is drive out to Rossnowlagh. Just doesn't matter what time of the year. Just feel like I'm home when I'm here. Yeah.